Just a couple of statistics. We love statistics in the postal world. 370%. That was the volume increase in ITMAP data just in 3 years. Last year there was 427 million messages exchanged between posts. And that's a drop in the ocean. It's a tiny volume. So that gives you an understanding of how big the postal sector is. Parcels are growing, and we say parcels, we mean small packets. Are growing by 15 to 20% in some operators. And that's not just putting pressure on the operator because he or she has to change from a domestic operation which was letter-based to a parcel-based operation, but it also puts pressure on customers. And one last figure, and this is unique to the UK at least, is that in the last year our revenues from our customs operation have gone up by 210%. So you can see we're turning an opportunity into revenue. In preparation for today, I was just thinking about the environment we're in, outside of the post office network as well as inside. We've got examples, and I think Cynthia's got a brochure that shows some examples where we, the Post, have innovated using data. Royal Mail has an intelligence service where we track parcels to the door, and our postmen pick up information and even pictures of the delivery points, which we then leave that data for other purposes. But, and this is a big but, we don't see ourselves as data companies. We don't see ourselves, and we don't have a sort of a history, a tradition of using the data that we have. We have data in our DNA in a way. We have been tracking parcels using barcodes for a very long period of time, and virtually that network spans the globe through the UPU and through IPC and other services. But I was also looking at how data has grown, and technology is driving demand as well. I live in Cambridge in the UK, and there's a company in Cambridge who have just invented a new way of storing data. They store it either on glass, so they laser it onto a glass disc the size of a UK penny, or they can turn it into DNA and then transfer the data via the internet. And I learned a new word, petabyte. A petabyte is something in the region of 100,000 billion bytes. So you can see you can put a lot of information on a penny, and that's driving not only the ability of to store data, but that opens up doors for people who want to use data. Some other small points is we are the Posts, and we are some of the most trusted, and I always use this fact. In the UK, we're more trusted than HMRC, than our border agency, than our government. If you look at the tables, we're more trusted than they are. And of course, whenever there is a terrorism or a cybercrime, we are one of the first companies that are affected by that, and we have great obligations around protecting our data. We're a global company, as everybody in the room is a global company. We work with our border agencies, but we also recognise our border agencies have limitations. Many of you talk to me about my border agency opens at 9 in the morning and closes at 5 in the afternoon, Monday to Friday, and not open at the weekends, doesn't do nights, etc. But they're also under a lot of pressure. We've seen in the UK sort of 6 to 10% budget reduction for our border agencies year on year in the last few years. And one last point, picking up something that was said earlier, is we're also shy. We're very conservative when it comes to using data. I know in our case, and I'll talk about our example in a minute, our legal department are very worried about data protection. The new general data protection regulation that's coming in, that scares the life out of my business. We are so conservative about taking data that we have and using it and remaining on the right side of the law. So that's one of the things that stops us from moving forward in a way. You know, technology, see if I can break this as well. This picture shows the benefit of Photoshop. You weren't supposed to laugh then, actually. But I have the pleasure of being the security and customs transversal for PostEurop, and that gives me a lot of opportunity to work with customs authorities, both the WCO and the European Commission. So what I'm going to say is sort of grounded in that experience. I also get to work with customs authorities in the UK a lot, and I get to look at some of the pressures they're under, both in terms of physical and border security. And one of the things that we raise, and I think it's very important to say at the beginning, is that our sector is very unique, and it has been recognised both by the WCO and by the European Commission in the recent regulation of UCC. We handle billions of items. Not all those packets have barcodes, and we don't know always who's coming into our network. We, by design, have an open access network. And another small statistic, in the UK we have 125,000 access points. That's access points that any customer in the UK can access our network with a good or a packet. We have a global network which relies on our partners. And in a way that's our strength, but also our weakness. Because as we move forward, our partners have to move forward with us. Data is unique to us, our collection points are unique, and some of the challenges we have are around data quality. So, this slide is the good news and the bad news, as it were. So I'll start with the bad news. The bad news is that we are facing increasing regulation. John Paul mentioned it this morning, in fact, in his opening speech. When the UCC came in last year, the Post had a derivation until 2020. In other words, we don't have to comply. We don't have to ask our partners to send advanced electronic data until the Commission has undertaken a review in 2019. But they have accepted the CEN document, as has the UPU, as has the WCO, as the declaration, and the 7+1 data set is a standard application across our network. The UPU has implemented step 1 of the IPP, which provides barcodes on items from the 1st of January 2018, and that's a challenge in itself for posts, that they're not going to be enabled. In other words, you can have a barcode, you can track the item, but it won't have any data that will facilitate customs. There are also existing legislation and regulations around EMS. Those of you who are EMS partners already know you have to provide IPMAP data, and those members of Interconnect also provide or will be providing data. But looking forward, we have what I'm calling a sort of perfect storm of regulation. And that perfect storm of regulation is around things like the single digital market. The European Union encouraged us as Posts and the parcel operators to provide better e-commerce services. We talked about that this morning. And we've also got the modernisation of the VAT on the horizon. The Commission are proposing a raft of changes, including the single window application, where customers in a third country will have to register and pay tax before the item is shipped, but we don't have a process defined about how we're going to do that. Also, at the same time, it will drive the threshold de minimis down to 0. That's a big challenge for the Post, not just in terms of the VAT regulations, but also in terms of, as my friend from Spain mentioned earlier, packets that we handle invariably are small, lightweight, low-value items. In the UK, the vast majority, and I mean the vast majority, are below £5. So there's an awful lot of collecting to do for very little revenue, and the study that PostEurop, the VAT group of commission, shows that the cost of collection is higher than the cost of the VAT that will be generated. We also have Customs 2020 on the horizon. The Commission has set up a group of 5 I call them courier, fast parcel operators, and 5 posts to talk about how we will design a regulatory framework for the future. And we've got ICS2, the import control system. And the import control system is around the safety security registration in advance of parcels coming in to the European Commission, into the European Union, which basically means that if you're a third-party country, you'll have to provide data in advance. We hope that's the 7+1 data set. It will come to the centre of Europe, and then the information will be shifted to every other EU member border agency to come back to the accepting border agency, who will then make a decision. The timelines for that is 2020-2021. And of course, globally we have the UPU, and that's a challenge for us. Many of us, and I think Jean-Paul will know this very well, as France chair the customs group and is very involved in EAD and the UPU, there's a big challenge around stage 2 or step 2 of the IPP, which is timeline around 2020, and data collection, and also the need to build capacity, because we are a network where everybody has equal access to us, and we have colleagues and partners in some of the remotest parts of the world, and we have to get them on board. The UPU has designed a CDS system, and I'll talk a little bit more about that. So here we are, we're facing massive challenges, the bad news for our sector in terms of regulatory, and PostEurop is, as they say in America, all over that, which is good. It's giving us, the Post, new challenges around data collection, but we have different timelines, and in a way, we have different confusing messages from the Commission, if I could be radical. On one hand, we've got the need for greater transparency around e-commerce and generating e-commerce, whilst at the same time introducing customs legislation such as the zero threshold, which will make customs more of a challenge to us. So I actually was looking and thinking about this, and I thought I'll just quote from Churchill, as I always do. Churchill once said, "A nation trying to tax itself to prosperity is rather like a person standing in the bucket and trying to lift themselves up by the handles. You can't have both," is what he's really saying. And we're in that sphere. So that's the bad news. And as you can see from my slide, I think we're in a zone where no longer is data an option, it's compulsory. We have to do it. And tomorrow you'll hear from some of the operators who are using data in imaginative ways to get close to the customer and drive performance. In our case, we purchased CDS, the UPU system, as they say on the BBC. Other systems are available, such as the one that the Slovenia Post uses. But CDS for us has meant that we have moved from a manual customs base, and you mentioned the stopping and searching of every parcel manually, or at least in a risk basis, to an electronic customs clearance. And I was just talking to my colleague in Germany, we measure the quality of service through customs. When we started, it was 4 days for a parcel from America. Went into a queue before customs, went through the queue, went through customs, and you come out the other day. That is not a saleable proposition in this day and age. We moved to a CDS system where the item goes through in seconds. We scan the barcode, the system makes a decision, and the decision is either to release it, to charge it, at which point taxes will automatically apply, or it goes to Border Force because it's suspected that the item is a prohibition, restriction, or IPR, or something of that ilk. Now you can see that what we're now doing is, to use your expression, we're using a small data in a specific area to generate a good, and that good is providing Royal Mail with the ability to drive performance. I know how long an item is in a queue for, because Border Force scan it in on arrival and scan it out. It also tells Border Force why the item has been sent to them. So it will say, this item has come to you because it's code 51. Code 51 is known suspect. So they know why it's there. And I can also have conversations about how long things are in queues, and I can have a conversation with them about why things are taking too long. And also can pick up information about why certain goods are being sent to customs. An example of that was we were getting lots of goods from America called drugs. In America, that could be something you buy over a counter. In the UK, it's something slightly different. So we're driving performance that way, but we're also helping border agencies drive performance because they don't have to stop every parcel. They can manage by remote control. They can sit in a room and they can look at the information, or they can, as they often do, come on the floor and eyeball the item. We're driving customer needs. Customers are saying to us, good, I can get my item. I now have an electronic tag on that item. I can now develop a system to do an SMS to you to say your parcel has just gone through customs. Please pay online. If you don't want it, tell me now, I'll send it back. And I can prove to customs what came in, I can prove to customs what went out, and I can get paid for it a lot faster. Which also driving us down the route of some of the other activities that customers want. They want DDP, prepaid customs. So we can now have a module where I can identify from the data what's coming in, how much it's worth, and I can also give that information to my partner who's selling the service in USPS or in another country. We can provide fully landed costs, and we can give our partners access to our cost modules as we go forward. So I'm just going to actually finish now. So this was a graph that showed you some of the changes in the world, and that's only going to get faster. It's a truism that we are in a fast-moving world. We know we are. We have to adapt. Well, we might have to adapt faster if something goes wrong. Another incident, 9/11, or the bomb that was found in 2008. So there's a lot of changes. We Post sit in the customs world. When we sit in the customs world, we're saying we're different, but we have the ability to provide new electronic services. So in summary, yes, big data, but start with small data. 7+1 data set from your partner, and the use of an electronic system, whether that be the Slovenian solution or the Royal Mail solution from CDS, will make a big difference to operation. In addition to that, we're allowed to export that data to other systems that Border Force can use. You need to set up the right framework internally. You have to have the right mindset. How am I going to use this data? How do I then springboard from this solution into something better for my customer? We need to build partnerships with the border agency, and we need to agree that data is the king in terms of our performance. So thank you very much. I took a little bit longer than I thought I was going to, but thanks for your attention.